Hello, everybody, and welcome to the newest episode of Pop Talks. Thank you for coming back. I am your host, Andy Foreman, and I am sitting here with my co-host.
Hey everybody, I'm Jason Cox, and if I could be any animal, I'd be an octopus. Andy, would you like to introduce our guest for this episode?
I'm just going to breeze over that, and we are going to introduce the other employee here at JPM Comics. You know him from the famous Cat in the Hat episode, perverted Cat in the Hat episode. Introduce yourself.
Gabriel Marquez. It's good to be back.
Hell yeah, back by popular demand.
I mean, popular in that we demanded that Gabriel come back on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
It was last minute, but I enjoyed it. I enjoy the attention, I guess.
We brought you on here today to talk about a subject that is near and dear to our hearts, and by that I mean something
Porn.
that I came up with. Yeah, porn. Pornography. That's what we brought you on here to talk about.
It's near and dear to some part of us. I don't know if it's
Yes.
art.
Please hit me up, Lily LeBeau. Please answer my tweets.
Oh my god.
I'm begging you. No, we're going to talk about 2018 movies because it's halfway through March already. So
Yeah, better get on it.
if we don't do this, we're...
Better late than never, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, we recorded this back in December.
Yeah. So we're gonna skip over the first couple months. We've both seen Black Panther, so we're just gonna say
Right.
it's good.
So in 2019, that's when Jason will see it.
Probably,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
when we'll find out his opinion about it.
Which is that's all right.
Probably
It
gonna
was
be like,
alright.
yeah, it was fine.
It was fine.
I'd see another.
That's basically all of me and Andy's interpretation of it.
Mm.
It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. I liked it.
You know that automatically makes us racist.
Oh shit!
You went there.
We're not even 2 minutes into the fucking episode.
You're already alienated.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, just alienate our audience.
I'm here to bring the darkness into the podcast.
Well, speaking of darkness, the first movie I have on our list, because I'm literally just looking at the Wikipedia page for what's coming out right
Yeah.
now.
Is it in alphabetical order?
No, it's in order of release date.
Okay.
Tomb Raider. Does anybody care? I don't play video games, so I don't.
I played I think the 2013 reboot of Tomb Raider.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, they called the first one Tomb Raider, and the second one Rise of the Tomb Raider.
And it wasn't a prequel?
No, it wasn't a prequel. It's a sequel to the reboot.
In the first one, clearly she doesn't rise. She just maintains.
Maybe she's getting out of the tomb.
And Tomb Raider maintains isn't as, appealing a title for a first game. So
It was a fun game, but the movie looks good.
yeah, it should be fine.
Hopefully it'll break the video game curse.
I mean, better or
Probably
worse than
not.
Wonder Woman is the real question.
Worse than Wonder Woman?
Better or worse than
Oh,
Wonder
Wonder-
Woman?
Well, now you're a sexist.
What?
So now that's...
Come on, we're racist and you're sexist.
Covering all the bigotry bases.
Yeah, within the first 5 minutes of the episode.
Did you guys see either of the other Tomb Raider? Because there were two Tomb Raider movies with Angelina
I
Jolie.
see.
No.
I've seen parts of the original
Okay.
with Angelina Jolie.
Yeah,
And what I remember is not that much.
yeah. They're not memorable.
They're just movies. They came out. They
Yeah.
exist.
They
They
came out in
happened.
2004 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Um,
It was
I like the actress who plays her though.
Alicia Vikander,
Yeah.
or however you say her name.
Yeah.
Or Vikander, sorry.
Vikander.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'm not going to lose my mind over this. People are like, oh my god,
Well,
the Tomb Raider movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not interested in this.
I want to see it just to see it.
Yeah.
And I want it to at least change my mind or opinion on video game movies.
Well, I want to say I'm not interested in this the same way I wasn't interested in Warcraft, the same way I wasn't interested in Assassin's Creed, and the same way I'm not going to be interested in Call of Duty.
I used to be. There's a Call of Duty movie.
There's going to be a Call of Duty cinematic universe. I'm not making that up. This is where we're at now.
I can't see, but my jaw dropped.
I have to say, if they're going to make a Call of Duty movie, get Michael Bay.
Oh
Because
yeah.
explosions, no characters, cool shit, that's Call of Duty.
Yeah.
He would fit perfectly.
Babes circling 360 shots.
Yeah.
Product placement.
Yeah. Where the
When they're
soldiers stop to drink a Mountain Dew. They're in the middle of Iraq or whatever, and they're just...
When they're getting on their jeeps, you have to do the undershot looking up at them with the sun behind them.
Dun,
And
dun,
their
dun,
cool
dun.
shades.
Mark Wahlberg's in it.
You know,
We gotta finish the mission, man.
the only problem is I don't think Linkin Park's gonna be able to be on the soundtrack for this one.
No, it'll be like who's popular.
Hey.
Is anybody popular right now? Like
I-
Linkin Park was popular.
They'd probably have like fucking Imagine Dragons on.
Oh, god damn
And
it!
it would-
You're right.
And it'd be like Fight Hard or something like that, like some shit.
It's like war propaganda song.
It's not even war propaganda. It's just a terrible song. No, it can compete with Suicide Squad for most out of place soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I guarantee you it'll
Most
have.
out of place movie.
I guarantee you it'll have some fucking Rolling Stones song in there.
Mm,
Oh, because it's a military movie. It has to have. Paint it
They
black
have
in
to
there.
play Fortunate Son, or else it's not a military movie.
True.
And at least one helicopter shot of them in it, and bantering, and then landing.
Yeah. Sexual Tyrannosaurus.
Damn it.
Predator reference.
And you have to do like, oh, I miss my wife. That guy immediately dies.
Yeah.
Just the second he gets the lineup,
Yeah. Oh,
just
I
a
missed
red
my wife.
mist behind him.
He gets sucked out of the
Can't
helicopter.
wait to go see my kids. Grenade!
Wives are for bitches.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg is like, man, we lost Jones. That's Mark Wahlberg's.
They just have to throw Mark.
Mark-
talk today.
Mark Wahlberg.
It'll have Mark Wahlberg and Chris Pratt and Taylor Kitsch,
Ugh.
and it'll be like,
I could.
And
see
Tom
them
Hardy.
yeah, Tom Hardy. Welcome to, it's Call of Duty with Tom Hardy.
Call of Duty. What are you doing?
Making a cinematic universe sounds brills.
We don't
Yeah.
need any more.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are looking for a good video game movie, I got 5 words for you: Super Mario Brothers the movie.
With
And
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, Bob Hoskins,
I remember
Dennis
watching that
Hopper.
for the first time. I was like 6 years old. I had no idea what was going on.
It's because you weren't high while you were watching.
What?
I was
You never
like-
say hi to watch that movie?
You didn't know what drugs were.
Yeah.
So you didn't know the people who made it were on drugs.
I just remember watching it. It was like on VHS too,
Mm-hmm.
and I was at my grandma's house. And it was that part where she finds Yoshi.
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'm like,
Well,
what
I mean,
is this?
to be fair, that little Velociraptor puppet thing they had doesn't look like. I mean, look. I guess if you were gonna make Yoshi look real, he'd look more like a dinosaur. But he
Yeah.
doesn't look anything like this cartoony dragon-esque dinosaur that Mario
Well,
rides around
you,
on.
Did you hear? I'm not sure if you heard, but I know you probably didn't hear.
Mm.
The company that's a Despicable Me, Illumination.
Yeah.
They're supposed to do a Mario movie.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're doing The Grinch.
Yeah. And,
Good.
They just
another
released the trailer.
upcoming 2018 movie.
Oh yeah, that is true. We'll get to that. We'll save that. The next, are we moving on or?
Yeah, whatever.
The next one that I really is of any merit is Pacific Rim Uprising,
Mhm.
which is somebody who's a
I have
massive
mixed-
fan.
I have mixed feelings about that.
Yeah, I could not care less about this movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not that I couldn't care less, but I just look at it and I go, okay, like
Did you like the first one?
I love the first one.
The first one's pretty good.
Yeah, but
pretty
this is-
cool.
This is not Guillermo del Toro.
That's true.
Nothing against the
That's
guy.
what
who's
turned
making
me off when they said they're doing that one and they're not doing Guillermo del Toro.
it. Yeah, I
was
was
like,
like, what's the point? What really is the point? And then this one, it's all shot in daylight and it looks.
I was gonna say,
cartoony.
like,
yeah,
Oh,
Like
that's a
the
mistake.
first one is like a lot of darkness
Yeah.
and everything, and it looks really cool when they did the fights.
yeah,
And this one is all beaming lights, so
looks
it looks
like Power Rangers.
yeah. So like you could tell it's like super CGI'd out.
Yeah.
Even though this first one is, but the first one they make it look cool.
Right. Yeah. Well, and yeah, shooting it at night or whatever, having night scenes makes that a lot easier.
Yeah,
So
and
you
this
just
was
Elba
like
coming
broad
back?
daylight.
No.
no.
John
Oh.
Boyega is his son.
Worthless.
John Boyega is his
And
son.
the monsters have evolved. That's their excuse.
Okay.
They're
humans
bigger
have
now.
not.
Oh yeah, they're
There's
bigger
literally
now.
a line where they go, "He's bigger than the last one." Or no, that's from fucking Independence Day Resurgence. No, they go, "Well, he's pretty big."
But they got the boy Charlie Day back in.
Oh hey.
Oh yeah.
Is he directing?
It'll be fine. I really don't care. It's not that big a deal.
It'll be the Transformers 2 of
It'll
Pacific
be better
Rim
than the
movies.
Transformers movies, I'm sure. After that, Paul Apostle of Christ. I'm not even gonna go there. Isle of Dogs.
I want to feel that
I do too.
because I love Wes Anderson. Have you seen that?
Oh.
I love dogs.
I've seen that it's coming out. I don't know anything about it.
It comes out this month, no?
Yeah,
I want to watch that just because I love Fantastic Mr. Fox.
it looks good.
This is like Gilligan's Island, but with dogs.
No, it's like it's like there's something called a dog flu, so they put all the dogs on like this trash island.
Okay.
Like,
Welcome to Japan or something.
yeah, where
right?
they like dump all their
Korea?
trash.
You put it on a trash island called Japan. Is that what
No,
you're
no,
saying?
it's on the coast of Japan. I'm assuming.
Okay.
It's like an Asian country.
Yeah.
No, it's Japan. I
Is it
believe.
Japan?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Japan. After that, we got Unsane. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Oh, Unsane. I feel like I've seen an ad for that.
Oh,
Couldn't
it's
tell you anything
horror thriller, so I guess I have to see it now.
Is this our product placement?
It's just, no, because it's a podcast.
Ready Player One. I actually really want to see this.
Oh yeah.
I've never read the book, but the movie does look pretty cool.
It's nice to see Steven Spielberg doing a movie that's not like, not in a bad, but like not
depressing.
not an Oscar movie. Finally, like
Oh.
it's nice not to have to be like, oh,
The
Steven
Oscars
Spielberg.
are still gonna jerk his dick about it.
Yeah, of course.
Like nominating for best director.
Yeah. Yeah, they can't keep their hands off his butthole. Or other parts, I don't know.
They're still gonna find ways to nominate his movie, like
Yeah.
best visual effects.
Sure, yeah, best sound
Best
editing.
adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
No, I know, but it's nice not to see like Lincoln, Warhorse,
Okay.
The Post. I mean,
Saving
I'm
Private Ryan.
I'm sure they're all good movies, but it's like it's nice to see a movie where I'm like, oh, that looks like fun.
A movie that I don't have to sit through and listen to a whole bunch of people talk for 3.5 hours.
Yeah,
And just marvel at their performances. Like,
Const-
oh my god.
constantly peeling my nuts off my thigh
It'll
because
be
I'm sitting there so long.
And plus, you don't have to see the trailer where they always have to put Academy Award nominee.
Right.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Academy Award.
Mhm.
Well, I
winner.
saw one where it's like from cinematic game changer Steven Spielberg. That's what they put in the trailer, and I'm like, it's true.
I get it. Game changer.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Video
I
games.
I think you just killed it for
God damn it.
After this, God's Not Dead: A Light in Darkness.
Jesus
saw
God,
that-
how many of these are they gonna make?
I saw that earlier when I
There's
was
like,
tiny.
I'm gonna click on the link.
list. I saw that. I'm like, why do they need
Oh my
two?
God.
It's like the third one, right?
Yeah.
It's
Third one.
the third installment of the God's Not Dead series.
I'm gonna look at a
following-
list too. Is that cool?
Yeah. Oh, there's a guy standing in an abandoned church. Maybe it'll be a horror movie.
No. I mean, it's a horror movie. Like our lives, if we were to go and see it, would be a horror movie.
The film follows a congregation that is displaced after their church burns down, and both the struggles and conquests they face while trying to rebuild both their building and their faith. Fascinating.
You skipped a really important movie, Andy.
What? Sherlock
No.
Gnomes?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Because I saw it on the fucking list. I was like, not even.
Sherlock Gnomes, dude, with Emily Blunt, Johnny Depp, and James. I don't know.
God.
McAvoy.
This is where Johnny Depp's at now.
Yeah.
This is where all.
They surprisingly were able to pay him for this movie.
To be fair, it's probably pretty easy to make a paycheck off this shit because you can just be like, oh yeah, I'll come into this recording booth for 3 months or 3 weeks or whatever, and
Oh yeah, you can be
Did you
drunk.
ever
You can
watch-
be in your underwear. Doesn't really matter.
Did you ever watch Romeo and Juliet?
no, I never watched.
Wait, is this
Romeo.
this is part of a franchise? This is
Yeah,
attached to
the Romeo and Juliet cinematic universe.
Oh, God.
But it's Sherlock Gnomes now.
Okay, if they're gonna keep doing like other literature stuff, I really hope they don't go towards Moby Dick because Nomi Dick sounds like a misleading title.
Nomi.
Going back to porno.
This time it wasn't me.
The next one that's up is Blockers, where John Cena butt chugs beer.
He's gonna butt chug beer?
Yeah,
Hey, Buck Chug is a 40
because he's
into his asshole.
That's usually how you butt chug, isn't it?
he plays a dad who tries to stop his daughter from having sex on prom night.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer for this like yesterday too, because I watched Game Night with a friend,
Okay.
and they did that, and she had no idea what butt chugging was,
Oh.
and she's like, She said we're gonna have a talk about this later, and I'm glad we did it, because I did not feel like explaining butt chugging.
You didn't just like tell her to watch. Isn't it Jackass 3?
It's
one of the
probably
Jackass
any
movies.
jackass.
It's every Jackass movie.
Steve-O puts a firecracker in his butt or something.
What about A Quiet Place?
That, I was just going to bring that up. I actually really want to see that. Because that
Looks
looks
really
like,
interesting.
well, it looks like something that John
Have you seen it?
Krasinski...
Is it a library movie?
No, it does sound like one though. It's like that. It's like there's like these monsters on Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and they hunt you by hearing you. So
Okay.
it's like this family, it's like post-apocalyptic, I guess, and they're like just quiet like the whole time,
Oh, okay.
and they can't make any noise or anything. You probably explain it better
Well,
in a way.
and basically you can't make any noise because they hunt by noise.
Yeah.
And so they have like salt poured out on the trail that they use
Oh yeah.
to get food and stuff, so they don't make noise. And then
Right.
they play
Right.
Monopoly with
Like they paint the floors and everything, so like
Mhm.
with a step,
Okay.
so the floor doesn't creak.
Right.
But this looks interesting.
Yeah.
It's
It's an
pretty
interesting
good.
idea.
I like the way they did the first trailer too.
No, where you didn't know.
Yeah,
What it was
like
about?
it was just like completely quiet.
Did they do sign language?
Yeah, they do
Mhm.
sign language and everything.
Did they not eat beans? Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah, what happens if you get the flu and you like vomit?
Mm-hmm.
You're just dead.
If you sneeze. If you
Cough.
If you watch porn.
yeah. Zip.
No, I thought you meant. Well, I was meaning like I would watch it on full blast. No, either way.
Oh.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna go out this way. What about pandas?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a documentary about pandas.
I'm not gonna be watching it.
But what's it
Narrated
about?
by Kristen Bell.
Oh,
Your
well,
favorite,
I mean,
Jason.
I'm in. At least for the soundtrack of her talking.
Rampage.
I just saw that too, and that looks
Fuck
terrible.
yeah.
Rampage? I
Rampage
cannot
looks-
wait.
Rampage looks amazing.
What's happening?
Well, as
to
of
my
late, I've not been that much of a fan of Dwayne Johnson.
friend? Get
He's
the
just
fuck out.
Yeah. Fuck happened to you, man?
I just think he's in too much stuff.
Yeah, but everything he's in is amazing because he's in it.
Did you watch Jumanji? Did you watch Jumanji?
Fuck no. It came out at the same time as The Shape of Water, dude. I'm not.
Didn't you
So
watch both?
So instead, he saw The Shape of Water 3 times.
I've seen it twice.
I saw it twice too. I saw it like 2 weeks ago.
It's
again.
amazing.
My wallpaper is Shape of Water, dude.
Dope. Is it
Look
the
at that.
naked part or?
Technically speaking, yeah.
Okay, but she's covered.
Fish
by
don't
the-
wear clothes, Andy.
No, it's true.
What about no, not Overboard. What about Super Troopers 2?
Whatever.
The movie like 15 years in the making.
Yeah, it comes out on 420 because they're clever.
Didn't their Kickstarter like
That was like 5
die,
years
take a
ago.
dive? Yeah, and
Yeah.
it didn't cover enough, I think.
Oh, well,
I guess they scraped up a lot.
here's the one we have to talk about. Infinity War.
What's that?
So there's this
When
guy.
and then moving up their date by 1 week and everybody losing their shit about it.
Oh my god, I get to watch this fucking movie one more week early. Oh my god.
And which are clear. Look, I'm sorry, but they're just doing it so Solo has more room to run.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, should be really
I'm
good.
excited.
It's a part 1 of 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks pretty dope. It looks a little bit more serious than most of the Marvel movies.
Well, I don't think it could be any worse than Age of Ultron.
No.
I mean, I think it probably could be worse.
Why is Zack
I
Snyder
just don't
directing
think,
it?
I just don't think it will be.
Well, it's not Josh Whedon this time.
Yeah.
It's the guys who did the Winter Soldier and
Yeah,
Civil War.
so
Yeah, those
that's
guys
why I
are
have
good.
more hope for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, it looks like a little bit more serious, and not like I'm one of those
Like a
people.
darker tone.
I'm not
for
pretending
Avengers.
like.
Yeah, like people have beards. That's always more serious.
right.
Yeah, that's true. What's after that?
I Feel Pretty with Amy Schumer. Me and Andy were just talking about Amy Schumer before we started recording.
Is it a West Side Story remake or something?
No, apparently it's like a movie adaptation of a Broadway play or something.
Oh,
or like she
God.
gains confidence because apparently she doesn't find herself pretty.
I have the plot
Okay.
right
and
here.
everything. What?
Renee Barrett, an ordinary woman who struggles with feelings of insecurity and inadequacy on a daily basis, wakes up from a fall believing she is the most beautiful and capable woman in the world. Okay, so this is Shallow Hal.
That's what I thought.
Despite looking the same way she has always looked. With this newfound confidence, she is empowered to live her life fearlessly and flawlessly. It's fucking Shallow Hal. Like, that's
Yeah,
all this is.
Because they had shown that trailer for Game Night too.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking this is a female Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
That the female was changed in that one, though.
Yeah.
She was fat and then she was skinny.
Except this time she thinks this time just the main character has the confidence
Yeah.
in it.
But she was Gwyneth Paltrow both times. So that means she was constantly talking your ear off about how eating bark is good for the environment or
Oh,
whatever.
that's true.
Yeah, she's like, if you drink stagnant water, it technically helps the environment. So if you kneel over and drink from that puddle in the parking lot, you're really
Excuse me.
excuse you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm eating too many cookies.
When did we ever have pride on this show?
Pride.
What about
Can't even spell it.
What about Life of the Party with Melissa McCarthy?
Whatever.
I mean, it's another Melissa McCarthy movie. So.
They're just gonna keep making these until we die.
Right here in IMDb, it has the untitled Deadpool sequel, and I'm hoping that's what they stick with.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
should just call it that.
That actually,
Because it would make sense as a title for the movie.
I'm pretty excited for that because it's got the guy who did John Wick doing it.
Oh,
That's true.
that should be
Mhm.
awesome.
And I love the poster they have for it. Of him just doing with all the bullets raining down on him.
Yeah, the
yeah.
flash dance.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
flash. There you go, flash
Yeah.
dance.
And also, it looks like it's basically Deadpool again. with more X-Men stuff in it,
Yeah.
which is always good with me.
Mhm.
Do we have anything more we want to say about that?
Deadpool 2 should be good.
Well, because we know nothing.
Yeah.
So what are we going to say? It looks fine.
That's true. We don't know much about it.
Yeah. There's not much you need to know about it though. It's like if you like the first one, you're probably gonna like
they're
this
not
one.
gonna promote it as much as Marvel's gonna promote Infinity War within this next month.
Yeah.
Month or two. Because they do like TV spot after TV spot.
Yeah.
And if you watch like all the TV spots, you don't know like main points of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like when they did like Age of Ultron,
Mm.
they did a TV spot of the. They released the whole Hulkbuster scene
Oh.
on YouTube. It was like
Okay.
2-3 minutes long.
So
I was like, why even?
The whole
might
reason
not
I'm-
even have to pay to see this movie now.
Yeah. Like the one scene everybody was hyped about. One of the scenes everybody was hyped about. They just released
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles.
But we get a new Hulkbuster in Infinity War.
Oh my god,
So-
that's so exciting. It's not, I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
No, it looks good. I'm not shitting on Infinity War. I'm actually kind of excited. I'm actually, look, obviously in the realm of superhero films, it's fucking gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm really excited
10
for it.
years in the making.
Very
In a
true.
way.
Marvel's always saying shit like that, and it's lies. It's all lies. 10 years ago, no one said we're gonna make a movie called Avengers: Infinity War. That's not a thing. So that's
Most
great
li-
that they've been building up to it for 10 years, but
Most
that's not what 10
likely-
years in the making
Most
means.
likely in the making since the first Avengers. If
At the
anything.
earliest, at the
No.
very earliest, they're like, dude, I know what we're gonna do for the next couple of these, and here's what we'll do.
We're
And,
gonna tease this for 5 years.
Yeah.
The next thing that's coming out of any worth or
Animal
any,
crackers.
What the fuck?
Ooh, is that meth addicted pets?
No. It has Danny DeVito in it,
Oh,
so I'm hooked.
oh yeah. This is okay. It's a movie about animal crackers that come to life. Right here. Follows the Huntington family whose life is turned upside down when they inherit a rundown circus and a mysterious box of animal crackers, which magically change the person who eats them into the animal they have eaten.
That's scary.
They must save the circus from being taken over by their evil uncle, Horatio P. Huntington.
Is that Danny DeVito's character?
I'm looking at this. I'm looking at these frames from the movie. The animation looks terrible.
No, Ian McKellen is Horatio Huntington.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking awesome. It's
Okay.
got John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Ian McKellen, Danny DeVito, Sylvester Stallone, Raven Simone, Patrick Warburton, Gilbert Gottfried, Tara Strong.
Well, of course,
What the
it's got
hell?
animated characters in it.
That's a lot of people.
I can't wait to laugh at this.
Wait, did you have anything to say about Solo?
That's what I was gonna say. Solo is coming out at the end of May. It's gonna be fine. People are like, "Oh my god, it's gonna bomb!" Whatever.
Yeah, it's only gonna bomb for the people saying that don't pay to see it.
Which everybody will.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
until people start deciding to not see these movies, they're not going to bomb.
Well, even if it's terrible, everybody's gonna buy a ticket because they're like, "Well, we gotta fucking see how
Yeah,
terrible this is."
exactly. Yeah, at the very least, you've got to witness the train wreck.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
But yeah, it probably won't be a train wreck. It probably won't be the worst thing we've
It'll
seen.
just probably be like good enough in
Yeah.
the end. If not, maybe if you lower your expectations enough,
Right.
you'll end up loving it.
Well, yeah, exactly. That may end up being like the, the reverse psychology that people work on themselves by saying, "Oh, it's gonna be so terrible," and they'll come out and
That's
be like,
usually
"Oh,
what I
actually, there's
do.
some things I liked about it."
That's what I usually do.
Yeah,
When I know I'm gonna go see a bad movie,
yeah,
I like lower it to like dirt bottom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, that's like a 6, I
yeah.
guess.
I try to do that with every
Like,
movie I
like
see.
with that.
You did that with Fury Road.
And
and you
it
end-
worked perfectly.
Yeah, and
for
you
me.
ended up loving it more than
Yeah.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
That movie was amazing.
Yeah, because
I
I
know.
kept seeing awesome shit, and I was like, dude, this movie's gonna blow my fucking mind. And then I was like, no, it might not, though.
I
It's
remember
a cool trailer, but maybe it's not gonna be a
I
cool
remember
movie.
I saw with most of my friends Slade and Dadu, who you've met before.
Yeah.
I don't think if you met them, Andy. Because they come by usually
Wait,
when
who?
my friends Slade and Dadu from high school.
No, I've never met
Yeah,
them.
so it's just when me and you were here though.
Yeah.
We saw that after I think a high school performance I did, like when I was in drama, and we went to watch Mad Max.
Yeah.
And Slade didn't think it was good
Okay.
because I was like, did we watch the same movie?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's exactly it. Because, yeah, I just kept reining in my expectations with every little bit that came out. Because, like, the trailer looked awesome. The reviews were great. And I was like, I don't want to expect too much from it. So I went and saw it. And I was like, dude, that movie was
Yeah.
completely, it was 100% exactly. It wasn't over. It wasn't under.
Yeah.
It was just great.
I
It's a
remember.
perfect
I
movie.
remember that day too because I feel like I didn't experience the whole thing like all together.
Yeah.
'Cause I had a long day at school that day.
Okay.
I did a show
Mm.
and I went to go watch a 2-hour movie.
Mm.
And by like half of it, the explosions was what keeping me awake.
Okay.
So I was like, I love this movie even more.
Yeah.
Because there's a reason to stay awake
Yeah.
and not try not to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Dude, when I went on a date like well, I've told you this multiple fucking times, but like, because I wouldn't stop talking about it, because
Yeah.
I finally went on a fucking date for once in my life. When I went on a date in like November, I think it was. Obviously, I was super nervous. So on my way there, I was listening to the Mad Max Fury Road soundtrack to
Nice.
pump myself up. The Brothers in Arms track, which is what plays during all the chase scenes.
Okay.
It worked.
Yeah.
It
That
worked.
away.
Oh, just as a side digression, you know what else worked? Because I knew I was going to be nervous going on this date. Which
Yeah.
I mean, in turns, I knew my stomach was going to gurgle and growl.
How long ago was this date?
It was November.
Okay.
So I took her to a place that I knew played a lot of loud music, so she couldn't hear my stomach going like. Blah, blah,
And you ate a
blah.
lot of McVites.
Oh, yeah.
Digestives cookies.
Yeah, just
Today's sponsor.
just as a
These cookies are actually really good.
just as context for everybody, we're eating something called digestives, which Jason thought was like a laxative at first.
I mean, it probably is. We don't know.
I don't feel anything yet. I ate like 4.
It might be. Maybe it's slow acting.
Is that going to be the end of this episode? Is we all have to shit at once?
I mean, if we all have to shit at once, we can just pause it and come back, and it'll be like nothing happened. We'll never speak of it.
Never speak of this.
You, the
again.
listener, will never know if we all pooped at the same time.
Tune in next week to find out the answer.
No, but dude, I gotta admit, I was pretty fucking proud of my forethinking in that date
Mm.
because I was like, I knew my stomach was gonna be like, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Because that's just me, because I overthink everything,
Sure.
and that physically transforms into ass sweat and my stomach just
Stomach
gurgling all the time.
anxiety.
Yeah, stomach just going like blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, I'll take her to a place where they play like loud ass music.
Yeah.
That totally worked. And so I was sitting there, and the whole time it's like,
Yeah. You're just like, oh.
I mean, I never got a second date, so maybe she actually heard it.
She heard you slip one.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was the one that stopped texting her.
Okay.
She still has my number. She can
Ooh,
text
you've
me
got
if she
all the
wants.
power.
If you're listening to this and you know who you are,
Oh, I think we all know she's not.
Or she's got like a hair doll from you, and she's just obsessively following everything you do on the internet.
you know what would be amazing is if she like just stumbled across this.
She's got her
but she
nose
didn't
pressed
know it was
against
me.
the glass door outside.
Oh yeah, Andy,
I know you're in there.
you're recording without me.
I see your car.
Sure. Oh god, the shaggin' wagon.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Kind of tight space in the back there.
there's not a lot of shagging going on in that wagon. I can assure you that right now. Unfortunately.
Well, good, because it's a nice upholstery job in there. So
Yes.
you can leave it alone.
Just leave it alone. Oh god, what the fuck is the next movie? we're
Ocean's
talking-
8.
Oh yes, Ocean's 8. Isn't everybody excited for the Ocean's movie?
So it's a
to come
prequel,
back?
right?
No, it's just it has an all-female cast.
Why are the numbers
Like
getting smaller
Ghostbusters.
You
if
know-
it's not a prequel?
Because 8 is a certain percentage less than 11,
Is it?
and this is the all-female cast.
Is it? Yeah. Is it?
Because there's eight characters on the poster.
Is it 30% less than 11?
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
Somebody do
What's
math.
11 divided by 8? I don't even fucking know.
11 divided by 8. I don't feel like doing that.
It's not.
11 divided by 8.
You could just multiply it by 0.7.
8 divided by 11.
Divided
So
by...
1 point something something something.
Oh, it is actually. It's
It's-
72%.
Yeah, if you round up.
That's amazing. They fucked themselves.
I don't. Well, maybe it's deliberate and it's a statement.
I saw the trailer for that recently. It looks okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would watch it just to watch. Probably
Well-
not in theaters.
Yeah, probably their like press for it is like, oh well, it's only gonna take 8 women to do the job of 11 dudes or something, right? Right? Am I right?
I've never.
Yeah. But it also comes out June 8th.
What? Why not August 8th? Come on, get it together.
August 8th, 2018.
18
Ocean's
would be the way
8
to do it.
characters.
But they do reshoots and they add in another character, and it's Ocean's 9. No, but I've never seen the Ocean's movies, like any of them.
Oh.
So, whatever.
I've probably seen like parts of each. There's 3, right?
Yeah, I think so. 11, 12, and 13.
Okay.
Isn't it
think.
mostly just George Clooney being the coolest man in the world?
I mean,
That's
isn't that
like,
every
isn't
movie
that George Clooney
Clooney's
and
in?
everything? Okay, what about Dun dun. Incredibles 2.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now there's a movie that's 10 years in the making, or
It's
however
true.
many years
More
it's
than
been.
10 years,
Yeah.
most likely.
Mm-hmm.
When did the first one come out? I want to know.
2004.
That.
So it's 14 years in the making.
13
Yep.
years in the making. Well, it was supposed to come out 2019, but they switched it with Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm fine
Yeah,
with that.
nobody needs another Toy Story.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably still see it, but
Well, yeah, I am, but we don't need it.
yeah, it's not as necessary.
But they're still getting my money.
Exactly.
Marvel, Pixar, and Star Wars. Just getting all of our fucking money.
I mean,
And
I-
DC too, I
Yeah,
guess.
I occasionally just mail them envelopes full of cash. Just because they're
You get
gonna have my
a
money
monthly
anyways. Yeah.
Like, might as well. Here's my money for the next
Yeah,
10
here's my
years
next
of Pixar.
installment.
Well, have you seen the trailer?
Yes.
What do you think of it, Jason?
It looks good.
Looks
I think
exciting,
I think it's interesting that it's still like a historical movie, or like it takes place in a previous time period, but it's
Like,
still gonna like comment on
immediately-
modern stuff.
Yeah, like immediately, like right after the first
We're
Mhm.
still talking about Ocean's 8, right? I'm just kidding.
one.
It's not a prequel.
What do you think Incredibles 2 did?
I think it's one of the ones that I'm most looking forward to this year.
I just
Yeah.
love the concept behind it.
Oh, where he's
He's like a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr.
I
Mom.
also just love the poster for it. It's just him ironing his outfit.
I hope there's a lot of impotency jokes,
What?
like
Yeah.
like vague impotency jokes about like him being a stay-at-home dad. And then she's like, "Oh, because you can't be a superhero anymore," and he's like, "God damn it!
What?
I'm out of work. I'm not fucking on the dole." And it's,
I can't perform.
no, it's like have you ever seen Saturday Night Fever?
I actually have not.
Oh,
I
well,
feel
there's a-
terrible for not watching it.
There's a part where the dad
Not
screams
cool.
because he's out of work. The mom's like, "Oh, I might get a job." He's like, "I bring food home every goddamn day." And he's like, "I'm out of work for 3 months."
Mm.
That's. I just want The Incredibles 2 to homage Saturday Night Fever.
What about another unnecessary sequel? No, yeah, another unnecessary movie we need. Jurassic World:
Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom.
You know what? I think it's gonna be better than the first one because it looks like
Really?
they said it's. Well, no, the trailer's not good. The trailer
Yeah.
is shit. But they said it's supposed to be more of like a darker, like horror movie, and I'm glad they're
That's
getting
like
off
every
the island.
movie now.
No, but I'm glad they're getting off the island.
Okay.
Like,
Well, they're completely destroying it, so it makes sense.
well, I mean, it's so stupid that it's
I
like.
mean, didn't they destroy it the first time? But then there was the breeding ground. In
No,
Jurassic
there's
Park 2: The
Isla-
Lost World.
There's Isla Nublar and Isla Sorna. There's 2 isles.
So didn't they destroy the other one, or did they just abandon the original one?
Well, no, I think they bred them on one. They abandoned it, and then they put it on.
Another one.
So the
Yeah,
second
what if-
movie is one where we find out that there's a Site B where they were breeding them all, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah.
But this one, Site A is destroyed, so that means they have to go back to Site B.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, so the original park is being destroyed by a volcano,
Oh.
and they're just trying to save all the dinosaurs.
That's really.
But of course, shit goes down. As
Yeah.
all Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
Well, because these idiots can
They-
never figure out.
So they try to put him on a
And they
dinosaur
brought
arc.
back our boy Jeff Goldblum.
Well, now it's gonna win. 2 Marvel stars in the same movie. I mean, how could it lose?
Right.
Hey, Bryce Dallas Howard, Spider-Man 3. It's 3 Marvel stars,
I don't know if we
motherfucker.
can count her.
Who else is that? Toby Jones, fucking Arnim Zola.
Oh yeah.
I guess everybody's in a Marvel movie at this point. Why?
Yeah,
not
I
even-
mean, yeah, it's we've gotten to the point where there are fewer actors in Hollywood who haven't been in a Marvel movie than have.
That's true. Or if they haven't been in a Marvel movie, DC scoops them up.
Right. Yeah.
Chris Pine.
What about? I just found this out. The first Purge.
Oh, that's that prequel that they think is clever because it has the red cap on the cover.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It says the film will be a prequel that will focus on the events that led up to the very first Purge event.
Okay, I'm not. Look, I don't like the Purge movies. They're not
I've
good.
never seen them.
They're not interesting.
The concept of the Purge sounded really cool. It's just they haven't executed the concept of the Purge in a movie yet.
I find
Yeah.
this. Oh, Marissa Tomei's in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! How'd they get her? But no, it's got the. It's
How'd
got,
they get her? How many movies have you seen her in the last 10 years?
I know, but she's on the Marvel paycheck now. You think
Yeah.
she'd be sitting fine.
She probably signed up for this before that came out.
The concept behind this movie is pretty interesting, though.
Oh, how it started?
Yeah, like how it started.
It's like political unrest and stuff like that.
Most like, well, it is like basically the Donald Trump hat as the poster.
Well, yeah. here's
Oh,
the-
I see.
yeah. Which, like, I've seen a lot of people going like, "That's so clever," and I'm like, "No, it's not." Like, it's literally like, that's literally the most obvious thing you could do with this is like
Well,
parallel
how
Donald
convenient!
Trump.
It comes out July 4th.
Ooh. Do you think they're gonna have the shitty America song in there?
Oh yeah,
With
most
the
likely.
creepy America song. It's like America,
and
America.
then Fade from Black, the first Purge.
Yeah. Oh, and then cut to a jump scare where somebody in a mask that they found at a spirit Halloween is like boom with a machete.
I'm not
or
crazy
gun.
about the title though. I feel like they could have done better.
The first purge.
Yeah.
The Purgening.
Baby's first purge.
Purge Year 1.
After that, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man. What'd you think of the first Ant-Man?
I
Also
like
fine,
it. It's fun.
I think it was good enough.
Yeah.
It was okay.
It's
still
fun.
to this day I still want to see the Edgar Wright version of it.
Oh yeah.
As
That would
I'm
be
sure
pretty
a
great.
lot of people would.
Mhm.
But sadly, we would never see that
Yeah.
unless travel to a different Earth where he did make it.
Yeah. Let's just have Edgar Wright on the show, and we'll just ask him to tell us the story.
Tell us the story
Yeah,
of
just
how Marvel wanted
shot by
complete,
shot how he would have done it.
how
Edgar
Marvel
Wright,
wanted complete control over it.
would you be willing to come on our show and break presumably a millions of dollar contract with Marvel's non-disclosure agreement to talk about your movie?
I mean, it's really unlikely that many people will hear it. So
That's true. That's
I mean, it
true.
won't be a lot of people.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mike Morano will know about it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
The regulars.
Richard Franklin, Greg
Yeah.
Stoltz, they'll hear it.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, guys.
Hi,
Don't
guys.
tell anybody what's happening in Ant-Man, please.
We think you're great.
Yeah, you're the best.
This new Ant-Man looks pretty good though. It looks like an improvement from the first.
It looks fine. I mean, I'm not like the thing is people like tear their hair out over this when it comes out, and they're like, "Did you see they shot a giant Pez dispenser?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I fucking saw it. Like, I fucking saw the giant Thomas the Tank Engine in the first one.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
it
it's
could be like any situation where it could be like the first one was just like okay.
Mhm.
This one could be just as okay or slightly better.
or a lot worse as most.
Or a
sequels.
lot worse, like Thor.
Yeah, yeah,
Or it could be a lot better, like Guardians Volume 2.
true.
Or like any of the
I
two
like
Captain
Guardians
America.
Do you like it more
sequels.
than the first one?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I like
I probably-
Ego.
I like the first one a bit more, just because it has more of like a story structure to it.
Yeah.
I like Ego a lot in there. I like that.
I'm just a
Yeah.
sucker for Kurt Russell in general.
I like the through line of
I see what you mean.
that's a much better villain than whatever Lee Pace was trying to do in
Ronan,
the
yeah.
first one.
Ronan the Accuser.
Plus, there's more of like an emotional factor to Ego as a villain.
Look, you're gonna make fun of me for this, but that part where he has Peter Quill like not tied up, but like suspended with the energy
tentacle?
bolt or whatever. Yeah. And then he has his like Walkman and he plays Brandy and he just looks at him and he goes,
My-
"This is the sea," and he like crushes it. I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" I was like, "That was awesome!" Like that's such a great like. I mean, it's not like
Well, Kurt Russell did a good job as Ego,
yeah.
and doing that little twist, saying, "Oh shit, this guy." It's like, "Oh, you didn't think we had a villain? Gotcha."
That's a twist? That counts as a twist?
In a way, I guess, or something like unexpected.
You're
wise.
65 minutes into a movie and you don't know who the villain is. You know who the villain is. It's this dude. It's this random dude over here who wasn't in the first movie.
Well, I didn't expect him to have killed like millions of children and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like that was kind of dark.
I mean, Kurt Russell's done that in real life, so.
Oh, whatever you have to do to get that part in the Hateful Eight.
I mean,
I've been wanting to rewatch that too.
I love the Hateful Eight.
I just had to find 3 hours of my life I can sit down and watch it.
Hateful Eight is hateful great.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks.
The next thing that's coming out.
Skyscraper.
Yes, that's about what I was gonna say. Skyscraper.
Dude, today we're just really in sync.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's probably because we're both on the same article.
Yeah, it's really cute,
Well,
guys. Keep it up.
I could have been looking at Skyscraper or Hotel Transylvania 3.
No,
Summer
Sky-
Vacation.
Ooh.
From the guy who made Samurai Jack.
Those movies are great.
Eh.
I mean, as far as 3D animated features go that aren't Pixar, yeah, they're
I
pretty
think
good.
the first one's good. Second one is
Yeah, the second one's not as good as the first one.
Second one's just like
It's a real Ant-Man and a
There's-
Wasp. Just kidding.
It's a real Thor: The Dark World.
It's a real Thor: The Dark World.
that's a good way of putting it. actually.
It's just Thor: The Dark World, just synonymous with just bland nothingness.
Just a disappointing sequel, which most sequels aren't as good as the original.
I know, but
That's-
Thor: The Dark World especially has
So,
nothing to offer.
yeah.
It's so unbelievably forgettable.
Mm.
For Skyscraper, it says plot kept under wraps, described as a hostage action thriller set in China.
Mm.
It has The Rock in it, so it's gonna make money.
Yeah, it's the world's skyiest scraper, I think.
I just love You know he's going to use the prosthetic
Oh, there
leg as a
goes.
weapon.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
There's no doubt about it.
He's going to prop open an elevator door with it or
Mhm.
something.
There's Mile 22 you mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, is that a sequel to 8 Mile?
I wish.
But Mamma Mia, here we go again.
Have you seen the first Mamma Mia?
Yeah, I've seen the first. Is that even a question?
Have you seen the first
I mean,
Mamma
I thought
Mia?
it was a question.
I've seen the first Mamma Mia because I love ABBA.
Okay.
And
Thank you. I don't love ABBA, but I ironically love ABBA.
What? You know those are the same thing, right?
No, I ironically love ABBA. I'm not sure if
That's
you
not.
actually
There's
love
no
ABBA.
difference between those two things you just said.
Well, I love them like as a joke.
It's like, oh man, I love watching Wipeout. It's just so hilarious. But you love watching Wipeout, so it's the same thing.
No, but I don't listen to ABBA though. I enjoy it as a punchline.
It's either you love it or you can't. Loving it and loving it ironically, you still
Okay.
love
I
it.
love that it exists. How about that?
what do you do when you hear Dancing Queen?
Dance.
Exactly.
Because I'm the dancing king or queen. You can call me the dancing queen. I don't care. My voice.
Everybody's a
sounds
dancing
like
queen when they're listening to Dancing Queen.
Yeah,
Doesn't
including
matter what sex you are.
Meryl Streep.
I want like what.
She's not in this one though.
Yeah, she is.
Or she is.
Yeah, it kind of goes back and forth between like past and present.
Okay.
It's like if
Oh.
they did time travel.
Yeah. So hence the here we go again. It's
Oh.
like they have to show you the first time we went, and now we're going
Yeah,
again.
it says like in the sequel to Mamma Mia, Sophie learns about her mother's past while pregnant.
So it's kind of like The Godfather Part 2. It goes back and forth between regular day and the origins. This is okay. So are we gonna get like okay? This is The Godfather Part 2 of musicals.
Mamma Mia, here we go again. Just like how The Room is the godfather of terrible movies.
True. Yeah, that's true.
What about the Equalizer 2?
Oh.
Did you watch the first one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
What did you think of it?
It's good.
Oh, it's
It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, that's probably how I should say that. Is that I didn't expect it to be really anything special. And
It was
cool.
entertaining.
Yeah,
at the least.
It and it does fall into that whole like what is it, Taken and John Wick and like a lot of other movies where like a seemingly average dude goes bananas.
That's true.
Like which is
but
which
it's
is fun.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah, exactly. He does a good job with it. It's the first one was entertaining, so I'm down to watch the next one.
Teen Titans Go to the movies.
Hmm?
Teen Titans Go
Nice.
to the movies. Coming out the same day as Mission Impossible, Fallout. So good luck to Teen Titans.
Oof.
Ooh, and Blind Spotting.
What is Blind Spot?
Wait.
have no idea.
Can we talk about Mission Impossible real quick?
I don't give a shit about the Mission Impossible movies, but they always have the best trailers.
They do. This trailer was insane.
Dude, the trailer. What? Have you seen the trailer?
No.
Oh my god.
This is the
If
first
this
time
was
I'm
like a
hearing about
live
this movie.
stream thing, we would pop up with the screen.
Yeah.
And we would just watch
Dude,
the trailer thing.
Your first thought after watching the trailer was "Can't fight the friction" with that Imagine Dragons song.
Oh, dude! But I watched the trailer because I didn't like the last. What was it, Rogue Nation? I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was fine.
Right. Yeah. It's
But this
not
this
great.
one, when I saw the Super Bowl trailer or whatever, I thought it looked amazing.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
fucking
But
insane.
in the reality of it, it's probably gonna be fine in the end
right. Yeah.
because that's the power of editing.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Hopefully it'll be somewhere between Rogue Nation and Ghost Protocol.
I like Ghost Protocol.
I thought Ghost Protocol was
It was
cool.
a fun
yeah,
movie.
I like that a lot. You can I like the I don't know, like there's
That's like it has Simon Pegg in it.
the physics of it is entertaining.
You mean where he's running along the building and
What?
Is it climbing?
Nah, I don't know. Like the parts where Jeremy Renner is like going down that shaft thingy and like the fan turns on so you can kind of float and like bounce around, or like when they're fighting over the briefcase in that vending machine of a car parking lot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like they're fighting over the briefcase and there's all these like little, I don't know, the way that it moves and the way they fight over it and like nudge it and it slides across the platforms and
I
stuff.
like when they get that that projected camouflage screen in the hallway.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of clever things in the movie.
Mhm.
That I enjoy.
Yeah,
I've
Rogue
never-
Nation didn't have much of that.
No.
I've never
It
seen
was
a
more
Mission
like
Impossible movie.
serious Rogue Nation.
Yeah.
In a way.
Mhm.
But Fallout kind of seems like it's falling back into that seriousness tone. But at the same time, they made the trailer look super awesome, so I'm
Okay.
gonna watch it no matter what.
Well, yeah.
Henry Cavill in it.
That's true.
Does he have a mustache?
Yes.
Yep, not
Nice.
CGI'd out.
That's the reason that he had to CGI it out for Justice League is
Oh.
because
Yeah,
Paramount
because
wouldn't let him
everybody
shave
knows if you shave your mustache, it doesn't grow back.
Yeah, it's true. So if you
Why do you
like
think I've had a
having
beard
mustache.
for a year and a half?
it. Christopher Robin.
I was just about to say that, and I want to watch that just because I like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh's great.
I want to watch it because I want to see how scary this CGI Winnie the Pooh is.
Have you seen the teaser?
Yeah, it's scary.
Pooh. I want to read the working class family man Christopher Robin encounters his childhood friend Winnie the Pooh, who helps him to rediscover the joys of life.
So it's a movie about adult onset dementia.
Basically, I guess. Yeah. Have you seen how Pooh looks like?
It's Ted.
Yeah.
It basically looks like Ted.
Or Snuggles, the detergent bear.
That bear looks scary.
How about the Meg?
I was just looking at that too.
I can't wait for the Meg.
I just saw the poster.
Do you know what that is?
No.
It's basically
Jason Statham.
it's Jaws with a megalodon,
Oh, okay.
and it's got Jason Statham.
See, I just assumed it was another Melissa
Well,
McCarthy movie.
I did it to like unzoom and it just zoomed in more.
Oh, wow.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be fucking amazing.
You know what movie that just came out too? I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No.
A movie that just came out called Hurricane Heist from the director of The Fast and the Furious. They do a heist in the middle of a hurricane as a distraction. It looks fucking amazing.
That sounds great.
The only thing I'm disappointed in with the Meg though, it's PG-13, and I'm like,
Ah,
God damn it.
It also has the tag as sci-fi.
Ew.
Action horror sci-fi, so that's already a red flag as it is.
How about Slender Man?
Oh no!
It's about fucking 5 years too late for
Jesus
Slender Man.
Christ.
Yeah, if you released this when I was a freshman in high school, maybe it would have been a
I lose
bigger
my
deal.
shit about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I just want to mention this on the podcast. The Happy Time Murders. The concept in general just sounds amazing.
Yeah, it should be really
a
great.
world of coexisting humans and puppets.
It's directed. Oh, I
Wait,
don't mean to interrupt you.
wait.
It's directed by the son of Jim Henson,
Oh my gosh, that's even better. Brian Henson.
and it's got Joel McHale in it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm in.
It has
I
the
love
guy
Joel
who plays
McHale.
Stanley from The Office. Pretzel Day. But can I just read like the little
Yeah, go
plot
ahead.
summary? When the Muppet cast of the 80s children's TV show begins to get murdered one by one, a disgraced LAPD detective turned private eye puppet takes on the case. That sentence in general makes me want to watch it.
Yeah.
How about? Are you still on it?
No, I'm.
It's gonna be amazing.
It's
gonna
in
be
post
fucking
production.
awesome.
Should be pretty great.
August 17th. Mark your calendars.
How about The Nun? Is anybody excited for The Nun? It's another Conjuring movie. Oh, I wonder what's going to happen when the shadow
about
moves
the-
on the wall on its own. A
It's-
ghost.
It's gonna go to a nunnery.
Is
become
that what
a
that
nun.
is? I saw that. It didn't have a picture, so I didn't know.
Dude,
what
they
it
had a
was.
post-credit scene for that shit in Annabelle too. I was like, what are you doing a
I
post-credits?
didn't watch the first Annabelle. I watched Annabelle Recreation. It sucked.
Yeah, I didn't hate it, but only because I've seen the first Annabelle, and that is the true definition of suckage.
Okay.
No, I'm not interested really in any of these Conjuring spin-offs. Conjuring 3, maybe, because I like the first two. If James Wan does
Conjuring
it.
1 was I thought was pretty good
I'm
as a horror movie, I guess, or modern horror movie.
I'm trying to say, as a horror fan, I'm kind of sick of all these fucking ghost movies that people pretend are scary.
That's right. I want to hear your. Maybe we'll do like a horror thing one day.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on these modern horror movies.
Well, I don't have a problem with modern horror movies. I'm sick of every fucking horror movie that comes
Without
out.
ghosts.
There's some little girl that's like contorting and twisting, and then like it's got some song from the 50s that plays over it, you know.
Or like
where
this
it's
little like dollhouse or whatever.
yeah,
You open it up, there's like a little ballerina plays like the cliche
Yeah.
scary
or it's got some
movie.
fucking 50s jukebox song where it's like, you believe I'm coming to, so get
Yeah.
ready. It's not scary. Yeah. Ah! Like, oh no, somebody in makeup jumped out. Oh my god, that's so scary. Like,
I watched the Insidious one,
The Last Key?
The last. I only watched the first Insidious, and I thought it was good. Didn't watch 2 or 3, and I watched the 4th one.
it was, how was
It
it?
was okay,
Uh-huh.
but then at the end it gets super cheesy, and I lost all respect for the movie.
Well, it's so fucking easy to make these ghost movies where it's
Well,
just
they're
like,
predictable at this point.
it's all jump scares. And it's
That's
not,
basically every horror movie now.
Yeah, it's horror movies.
No,
Horror movies are sort of, as a genre, relatively predictable because they follow a relatively similar
formula.
I know, but, like, Get
the
Out-
structure is pretty similar.
Get Out managed to do something that was like actually like creative, or Split.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I'm more interested in these things where like a director has like or a writer or whatever, like has a true like idea that they're interested in, as opposed to, ooh, this poster we can put a creepy girl on the cover, creepy ghost girl on the cover, and teenagers will go see it because we tell them it's scary.
Right, because it's never been done before.
Yeah, they made a fucking Woman in Black sequel, dude.
That's right. The first one wasn't even that good.
They did The Last Exorcism Part 2. I thought it was supposed to be The Last Exorcism. And then
Part
there's another.
2?
Yeah, there's another one. Oh God, no! I don't want to sound like a crotchety old man because a lot of these are interesting movies, but it's just I'm so sick of these fucking ghost movies because they're not scary. They don't stick with you.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, no, I don't want to see Sinister 3. Like, I really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, do something different. Which a week after The Nun, The Predator's coming out.
I was just looking at the stuff. It's directed by Shane Black.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's good.
They got Keegan Michael Key in it. So he's probably gonna do a funny voice at one point.
This is kind of scary, though.
They also got Sterling K. Brown.
Listen to this.
His character, a government agent.
Okay, listen to this, though, because they don't have a plot for it, but Jacob Tremblay is in it. Listen to this.
I like the poster.
He's a...
Oh, that's cool.
I guess it's supposed to take place in the suburbs, but listen to this description of Jacob Tremblay's character. He's their troubled son who is bullied in school but becomes a key player in the fight against the predators due to his preternatural ability to learn languages. That terrifies me.
An alien language? You can understand them?
No, that terrifies me because it's going to be the kid that saves the day, and he's...
Oh yeah.
So the Dark Tower.
Yes, exactly. It's gonna be the Dark Tower.
I recognize this kid from other stuff.
No, it's gonna be one of those ones where the kid saves the day in the suburbs, and I'm like, but the thing is like I'm not looking. Well, it's a Predator movie, so I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
But I'm cautiously optimistic about it,
Right.
which means it's probably gonna be good.
Yeah.
Because I was all in for Alien Covenant, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh god damn it.
I remember watching Alien Covenant because my stepdad loves Alien, and he wanted to watch it. I'm like, okay, let's go watch it.
Yeah.
The only way I could explain watching that movie was that I sat through it.
Okay.
You experienced it.
I experienced it. I sat through it.
You endured it.
I went home disappointed.
How about... There's not a lot after this. Well, the next one really after this...
that was Alpha.
I don't fucking know.
Looks like a really bad, like...
It's a Power Rangers spinoff about Alpha.
Oh,
5.
that's the one where the... Oh, sorry. Sorry, that's the horrible trailer where it's about the first person to ever befriend a dog. A young hunter who befriends an injured wolf during the Ice Age. Leaders are born from survival.
Alpha?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's a movie called Fighting with My Family with Dwayne. How many movies is he in this year?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
The more movies he's in, the better the movies get.
Oh, it's a biography.
I'm excited. Johnny English 3. Hell yeah!
I saw that.
Is that the title? Johnny English 3, hell yeah?
I couldn't give less of a fuck about Johnny English 3. I just love that there's somebody out there.
They're still making them.
That there's somebody out there who's signed a check for $50 million.
I want to talk about more of this Fighting with My Family. It's a biography comedy drama directed and written by Stephen Merchant.
Oh.
Alright, I'm kind of in.
Yeah, it's
kinda. Did anybody watch Ladies Man? Because I'm pretty sure that didn't do as well as they were hoping.
It's a former wrestler and his family make a living performing at small venues around the country while his kids dream of joining the World Wrestling Entertainment. So
I don't know what Dwayne Johnson is going to draw from for that movie, but it sounds interesting.
Though?
It's got Vince Vaughn in it.
Fighting with My Family?
Yeah, as Jake the Snake Roberts.
What?
Nice.
One of my favorite producers ever is Speedweed.
The guy from The Flash?
Yeah, Flash and Arrow. I always bust up laughing every time I see his name pop up on
It's
screen.
the best name in Hollywood right now.
Speedweed. That's my boy.
It's like, really? You're going to self-identify as Speedweed?
Ooh, here's one.
Venom?
How about Venom? Yeah. Oh, sorry. You already said it. I didn't hear you.
It's okay.
Venom.
Tom Holland's credited in this.
I know. He's going to have a cameo.
So is it the same universe?
They said it's supposed to take place in the MCU. It's just it has nothing to do with the MCU.
Oh, Sony, what are you doing?
You know, it's probably going to be okay.
Yeah, it should be fine.
It's supposed to be like an R-rated horror movie, which if anybody who listens to this, anytime horror comes on, I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, Woody Harrelson's in it.
You know me, I get won over by horror anytime something
Oh.
Yeah,
drops out.
R-rated and/or horror, and Andy's in.
Yeah, I'm like.
Todd McFarlane has a writing credit on it.
Well, that's because he's the guy who created Venom.
Yeah.
but
What up, Todd McFarlane here?
Well, that usually doesn't mean they usually get the.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why does he get a writing credit though? Like, I
It's-
guess maybe it's co-created by credit, and so
it
they.
put like it said written. It shows the writer's team.
Yeah.
And under him it says characters.
Okay. Yeah.
So he probably just put like input on his characters.
Right. Yeah. So he didn't necessarily write anything for the movie. He just helped to create the character,
Yeah.
and that's the just default
Whoa,
category he gets put under.
Okay.
I got to check.
I didn't see this, but we have to talk about it. Goosebumps Horrorland.
They changed the name.
What was it originally?
It was called Goosebumps Horrorland, but now it's called Goosebumps Slappy Halloween. Fuck
Horrorland's
yes. Horrorland is a better title.
It
but
is. Like what?
Dude, I love Goosebumps. Not the movie, but just the franchise as a whole.
Yeah.
It's
What
so.
did you think of the movie?
It's okay. It's not for me. It's like if I tried to watch Diary of a Wimpy Kid now.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's
it's not-
true.
It's not for me. But
The TV show used to scare the shit out of me.
yes, it did. Dude, the books were amazing. You'd go to your like school library or whatever, and they'd have the Goosebumps, and oh my god, some of the best like memories in my life are like when my family would like go out to eat. I'd bring a flashlight in the car because my dad gets all out of sorts if you even put one
Right,
tiny
yeah.
light on.
Mhm.
Like you're trying to read back there, you turn
there's-
on the light. Stop! Turn it off!
There's already movie trivia about this.
But-
The Haunted Mask is expected to appear in the sequel, mainly considering her role in the last movie wasn't so big.
See, if you were born when we were, us youngins, this would mean something to you. Unfortunately, I think you missed it by just a couple years.
Yeah, I don't think I ever got into
Oh.
any of the Goosebumps.
I think you might find. You may find this interesting, or maybe you, Jason. Justin Roiland is rumored to appear in the film as some of the monsters at Horrorland.
Okay.
So, as also Justin Roiland worked with Jack Black on a few projects together.
Oh, jeez, I don't think we should be terrorizing these kids.
So get ready to hear the same voice over and over,
Yeah.
just slightly tweaked. But it should be interesting. Jack Black's still in it. Chris Parnell.
Chris Parnell.
That little tits from It, isn't it? The remake.
Oh,
The little fat kid.
Ben?
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
call them tits, so that's why I call them.
Mm.
That's what they say. The
I
bully.
know, it's
Hey,
just funny.
tits.
Oh, it is.
Okay. I'm sorry, but Halloween.
Okay, are we going to Halloween now? Is that the
It
next
was right
one?
after Goosebumps, so
Okay,
that's what I went
Halloween, not even fucking around. Not even exaggerating. Halloween is my most anticipated movie of the year.
For. It's
by
one
far.
of my.
You know
my
why?
most anticipated.
Because it's directed by David Gordon Green. It's written by Danny McBride. It's produced by Jason Blum, he's Blumhouse. They've done Get Out, and they did Whiplash, and I think they did Split. But they're basically, if you're a horror fan, they're more the upper echelon of
John
horror
Carpenter
movies.
too.
Yeah, well, I was getting to that. John Carpenter's coming back. No, it's fine.
Yeah.
This is like my shit right here, and it's
Well, I got hyped when I first heard that they were gonna do another
Yeah.
one.
dude, and he's scoring it too. John Carpenter is scoring it.
Did you want me to read the plot summary?
I don't think there is.
There's one on IMDb, so we can see what it says. Laurie Strode comes to her final confrontation with Michael Myers, the masked figure who has haunted her since she narrowly escaped his killing spree on Halloween night 4 decades ago.
This disregards all sequels.
Yeah, it's
Which-
right
oh,
after
okay.
the second one, right?
No, the first one.
Oh,
This
oh.
disregards even the second one, so she's not even his sister in this one.
Oh, okay. I thought it was right after the second one.
No, it which I'm so
So
excited
it's
for.
kind of like Halloween H2O,
2-0. Yeah. Well,
but like times 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instead of H40,
H40.
they're just calling it Halloween.
no, but this is gonna be awesome. Cause
So
dude,
is the actual title Halloween?
I
still?
don't know if they'll probably change it to like Halloween Sam Hain or something like
Yeah.
that. But like, just the fact that John Carpenter is scoring it is, I'm all in for that because it's gonna have that weird synth music that's in all of his. Like, oh my,
Which is gonna be great.
this is gonna be awesome. And what I love is
Yeah,
that
we should go watch it.
I'm in.
I'm down.
I'm gonna see it multiple times. But they even got Nick Castle, who played Michael Myers in the first one.
Did you really?
Everybody, when Jason was going to watch Halloween for the first time, I said, watch the guy who plays Michael Myers, watch his movements, because there's actually a certain kind of grace to them. Like he's actually acting,
Mm.
and I was right?
Oh yes, I did watch how he moved, and he moved like that.
But have you seen any of the Halloween movies?
Yeah,
like,
I love Halloween.
besides the
Yeah.
first one.
Probably not all of them.
But you've seen them.
I've seen different ones.
So when they get a stunt man in there and he's just kind of walking around like Frankenstein,
he's more like
shit,
he's really
yeah.
stiff.
Yeah, in the first one, like he kind of glides across the floor and across the frame.
It's more natural in a way.
Yeah.
There's a creepiness. There's a creepy way in which he covers ground.
Yeah, and it just looks it looks so natural and so unbelievably.
Because like in other ones, he's just a big guy.
He's just lumbering around and shit.
Yeah, it's Mike Morano in a Halloween mask.
What?
It's just a tall, big guy.
I wouldn't say that he lumbers around.
No, not lumbering around. I'm just saying they just got a big guy. They were like, hey, you're tall.
Yeah. How tall is that guy over there? Like 6'6", 6'9"? Yeah, good enough.
Yeah, put him in here.
What did you think of the remakes?
I hated him when I saw him.
Yeah.
I've since rewatched both of them. 2 is horrible.
Yeah,
2 is just a shit movie. The first one, but to be fair, Rob Zombie didn't want to do 2.
That's true.
He was kind of forced into it. And the first one is okay. There's not really much they could have done with it after that god-awful abomination that was Halloween Resurrection. Like, I don't need a Halloween 9. So I'm like, you can remake it. I don't give a shit. I mean, I don't know why they made him, like, white trash with, like, a stripper mom. And, like, that wasn't interesting.
There's a lot of, like, I guess, unnecessary things we needed in it. But I appreciate the thought of them trying to give us something different.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Halloween Resurrection, I don't need to see another just cheap-ass Halloween sequel, and I really feel like Rob Zombie brought a lot of passion to that one. So even if I don't necessarily agree with everything he did, I can respect the fact that he made the movie he wanted to. And really, like, dude, it's a fucking slasher movie series, so it's not going to ruin anything.
Right.
Plus, we're getting, like, everything I ever could have wanted right now from the new Halloween.
Even this past October, I had gone to Harkins in Chino Hills, and I watched Halloween in theaters.
Nice.
So it was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
But it also made it even better because when they projected it, the screen or the projection was a little off to the right or left. So they had to stop it like a minute into the movie, so they could just move it over like an inch or two. Yeah. And they go, okay, you guys
That's
are good
so
now.
classic.
Yeah.
I love it.
I even went to Harkins to watch Friday the 13th in theaters, which they missed a huge opportunity to, because Friday the 13th was actually that Halloween.
Yeah.
Too. But they all showed it October 17th because they had to keep it to their Tuesday schedule.
Oh, okay.
Dude, one of these days we should go together to one of these things.
I'm
I
down.
would be so down to go see these movies in theaters.
I usually keep tabs on it, so if I see anything, I'll text you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in.
Yeah, we're making plans in front of you, Jason.
Yeah, by you, he means the audience listening at home.
Jason doesn't want to go to the movies. We already know.
Whether I want to or not is not the question. I've got responsibilities. I'm an adult.
No, but just one last thing on Halloween.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you could have asked me what the perfect scenario for another Halloween movie would have been, this would have been what I kind of came up with. Like, it's perfect. I can't wait. Like, I know I probably shouldn't be getting my hopes up too high, but fuck it. I can't.
I got hyped when I found out Danny McBride is a part of it.
Dude, if this works, between this and it's gonna bring back all the main horror franchises.
Yeah.
So never mind, the creepy ghost from Sinister. We're gonna make Sinister 3. They're gonna be like, okay, so name brand horror franchises are popular again.
Like Krueger.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street, fucking Friday the 13th, and we can, instead of these Michael Bay produced Platinum Dunes bullshit remakes that we got in like
Turtles.
Yeah, well, like we got them in the 2000s, up through like 2010, where everything looks like it was. Because I heard on Saving Private Ryan they pulled the film strip off the lens so that it was more washed out. That looks like all these movies. They all look like Saving Private Ryan. They're all washed out and just like bland.
Awesome.
And they look like early 2000s music videos.
Yeah.
So like if they can start bringing back these franchises, but with people who actually give a shit for once.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to insult everybody, but if they can
just like if they're passionate about it.
Something more unique than like, oh, we'll make it look like a fucking MTV music video that you would have seen in 2003. You know what I mean?
Isn't that how Michael Bay started off in a sense?
Yeah, I mean,
he was a music video director.
I mean, he didn't direct these movies, but they all look like it.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, he was producer, so he still had like a big hand in it.
Yeah. It's like I'm so down because like Child's Play is still going.
Oh, they're doing a TV series.
Yeah, but like the last two both have been direct to video, which means they're lower budget, which
Yeah.
means the guy who's making them can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
And it's the guy who created him that's directing it.
Oh.
They have the original voice actor for them too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Brad Dourif, and they're great because they just let people. I'm appreciating that people are embracing uniqueness in the horror genre now, especially after Get Out and Split made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah.
Like, and it obviously made a ton of
yeah.
money, but people are like, oh, maybe people don't want to see, Paranormal Activity 7.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, maybe we should do something.
Well, I mean, they do, but they also want to see other shit.
Yeah, and this is what I'm hoping they can do with the Universal Monsters for
Oh, yeah.
once.
Mm-hmm.
The Mummy.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
They rush things faster than the DCU.
Yeah, it's
They
true.
did shit in one movie. They did shit in one movie.
Should we move on?
Well, the next movie, big movie at least I'm seeing, is Dark Phoenix. X-Men.
Can I give a collective
One,
Maybe
two, three,
Another X-Men movie.
set in the 90s for some reason?
with
Because they're doing time jumps every X-Men movie. So
And
they
they
can
all-
catch up to when they made the first movie.
and they all look like they all look the same from First Class.
Yeah.
40 years or so, like 30 years later.
Oh, can I skip back real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Overlord.
I saw that and I don't know what it is.
It's the working title for Cloverfield 4. And it takes place in World
Alrighty.
War II. It takes place during D-Day, and they find out that the Nazis have some supernatural forces that they're using or whatever. But I guess gotta say, I'm fucking in for anything Cloverfield. Paradox wasn't great, but I just love that franchise.
I have
so
not
much.
seen Paradox yet,
It's not
but
great.
I heard it wasn't that good.
It's not terrible.
I loved 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Cloverfield 1 and 10 Cloverfield Lane are two of my favorite movies of this century. I'm not even fucking around. And I know people are like, well, Cloverfield is just a monster movie. No, but
It's a good monster movie.
It's a monster movie done really well. It's very Lovecraftian, and it's really what would happen.
Even their marketing for it was really well
Oh,
done.
yeah.
Well, dude, I am a huge Cloverfield fan, man. I love that movie.
And it seems like their kind of style of marketing it now is kind of like, let's just fucking do this shit last minute because we know people are gonna watch it.
What's nice is that you don't have to endure 10 months of people on the internet speculating about
That's
it.
true, because that's what they did for 10 Cloverfield Lane, right? Like the movie comes out in March, they do a trailer at the end of January.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a month and then
Yeah.
you can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Cloverfield Paradox, not great a movie.
They just
but-
dropped it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's nice because you don't have your hype killed by a bunch of stupid
Yeah.
people on the internet going, well, how do you think this connects to this and this and blah, 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 blah. You can just go in and watch a movie and you don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
That's what I love. And also, just as a digression on Cloverfield, that's one of the few movies that actually unsettles me. Not because it's super scary, but because it is exactly how me and basically people our age would react to a natural disaster.
Well, even then,
You know what I
I
mean?
remember the first time I watched Cloverfield. That's probably one of the few movies I've ever seen that's kept me in awe
Yeah.
the entire time.
Well, what I love
Just because it's complete at the time, and I guess now, if you've never seen it, it's something different that you're never ever gonna see again.
Yeah.
It's like a movie you probably gonna see once or twice every 10 years.
Yeah. Well, it's got this whole mystery element to it that actually is sort of paid off because they never reveal what the mystery is. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
monster, but they don't reveal where it came from or anything.
Even then, that kind of I would say that kind of also popularized the found footage type format of movies.
A little more, yeah.
Yeah, because Blair Witch came out before it,
Like
and
98.
then Cloverfield came out, and they were like, "Oh shit, everybody loves this.
Yeah.
Let's put more movies like that."
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what also kind of kickstarted it.
But I feel like Cloverfield is clever in the way it does it. Because the way Matt Reeves described it is he says it's this huge world, but you see it through a straw.
Sure,
And what I love is that it adds to the mystery element of you're like, oh, what's going on there? What's going on there? You know?
Like,
But
even the ending of it, you're still like, what the hell has happened?
Yeah.
at the end of the credits, they have a thing that says help us, and if you play it backwards, it says it's still alive. And so for 10 years, you're like, what the fuck? And it's just a quality movie all around. The acting is great, the characters are great. I actually give a shit about the story.
It's one of those few movies you're gonna find that actually put a lot of heart and dedication into. Even with the marketing behind it,
Yeah.
they went all out.
Yeah. Well, what I love is there's like the scene of them on. You've seen it, right,
Mhm.
Jason? There's that scene of them on like the fire escape talking about his girlfriend or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
and I love how like they're having a conversation that sounds natural between friends, like dude friends, where they're like, "Bro, she is not in your league, but she's into you, bro. Like it's about this moment right now, and you're actually semi-invested. I mean, not like it's like fucking
Like, you feel like-
Casablanca or some shit, but like you're invested in
They
this.
do a good job of making it feel like you're there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
all of a sudden, boom, just the lights go out, there's
Mhm.
this huge explosion, and it's just, and what I love is it kind of, because you relate to it on that level, you're like, yeah, if there was a natural disaster or a giant monster attack, this is kind of what would happen to
Yeah.
me. I would just be on the ground trying to get out, and
Mhm.
not, I don't want to get too serious, but it is kind of like 9/11, like, they took a lot of inspiration for that
Yeah.
in terms of,
Yeah.
like, nobody knew what the fuck was going on,
Right.
and most people just followed the crowds,
Yeah.
and I,
Well, that's like any, I guess, sane person
Uh-huh.
would react to it.
Yeah.
Or any person's like, I don't want to die.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Exactly. If you have a survival instinct, you're probably going to react in a fashion somewhat like this.
yeah, but I mean, you really feel like a monster is attacking the city
Mhm.
because they took inspiration, albeit from depressing events, but from real
Yeah.
life events. They
Sure.
said they looked at like how people reacted to 9/11.
Well,
and
like,
everything.
just like right back to the, they actually gave like thought into the process of the movie.
yeah, it's not just, oh, we'll have this giant monster throw this giant monster into a building. You
Yeah.
hardly ever see the giant monster,
Right.
and that makes it way more interesting.
Mhm.
And when you do see him, it's like a fraction of the size.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you just maybe like you see like his leg happen to be like the block
Yeah.
over,
Yeah.
or like a little fraction of his face, which is like the eye.
Mhm.
That's one of the movies I like. Say if I could watch any movie, like I would wish I could see that in theaters
Yeah,
because I didn't because I saw it when it was on DVD.
Yeah.
me
yeah.
too. I was
Yeah.
10 when it came out, so I didn't get a chance
And I
to
was
see
like,
it.
well, I was like 11. I'm like
Yeah.
a year older than you.
And 10 Cloverfield Lane is obviously just a masterpiece of like white knuckle tension.
Mhm.
It's so good.
Yeah.
You know,
I wish I saw that when it was in theaters.
I
yeah.
did.
Because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be good or not,
Mhm.
and so I was like, oh, maybe I should just wait for DVD. And I regret watching it.
Yeah.
I regret waiting until it came out to DVD to watch it.
Dude, there's that one part where they're at the table and it's all silent, and then John Goodman just bangs his fist down.
Dude, John
like,
Goodman is amazing
in the
it.
Yes.
in the theater, everybody was like, oh, fuck! Like
Mhm.
everybody just gripped their seats
Yeah.
and like, it's just so
Well,
tension.
Yeah.
I-
I've never been so tense watching a movie.
Yeah.
I had watched it on my computer,
Mhm.
on like this website for free.
Mhm.
Already sketch,
J.J.
Well-
Abrams is coming for you.
Yeah.
but at the same time,
Sorry, this is our last episode of Pop Talk.
Yeah, it's
Shut
over.
down.
But at the same time, this is just a really good movie,
Mhm.
and I really loved it. There's a lot of it pulls the tension and suspension elements into it like really well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's terrifying, and
Um,
you're just right there.
Yeah. Too bad the Cloverfield paradox wasn't that great, but
Mhm.
hey, maybe Overlord will redeem it. Let's move on. Dark
Well-
Phoenix.
What about the Grinch?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next.
Because
Um,
you did mention that last time I was here.
It's almost like
What-
you guys planned this.
Look, I gotta say, I have no interest in this, but I would much rather watch this than another fucking Minions movie.
That's true.
Mm.
I'm still gonna watch it. Probably not in theaters unless
Mm.
my friends want to go to.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'll go.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing here that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly are doing a Holmes and Watson movie,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure Will Ferrell's Holmes and John C. Reilly's Watson.
Sounds like the appropriate pairing.
Yeah.
How about
Well, okay. Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Hmm.
I hated the first Fantastic Beasts.
I haven't seen it.
Haven't
There's
seen it
no
either.
reason to watch it.
Yeah.
It's the most boring shit ever.
Not great. Not great.
Because I'm a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah.
I'm sure as you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you know as much.
Yeah.
But I love Harry Potter. I got hyped for Fantastic Beasts. I left the theater disappointed in
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts.
Well, that's your own damn fault, isn't it?
It is. And then I got even more disappointed when they announced they're gonna do fucking 5 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, there's gonna be 5 of this shit, dude.
What?
It's the Harry Potter cinematic universe, and then of course they're gonna do Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
oh,
At
right,
some
of
point,
course.
they're gonna
Yeah,
bring
they
back
have to.
Dan Radcliffe
Mhm.
and Emma
I
Watson.
wouldn't doubt it. I'm just waiting for them to announce
It's
it.
Emma Watson, right? That was in.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. There's
And
3 Emmas that
Yeah.
are like around the same age.
Are we like lightning speed around this? Since we have been talking for a while, while you guys chill with
We
it.
can just keep going.
Alright, 'cause,
I'm the one that has to fucking drag this picture because we're using this. Breaking the fourth wall. We record this on iMovie, so I have to drag this. Dude, the other day I was when I was doing the other one,
I'm grabbing another cookie.
no worries. I just drag it across, but I took a clip from a potato chip bag and I just left it on there, and I just came back like a half hour later, and it was done. So
work smarter, not harder, Andy.
Well,
save your finger tensile strength.
The next one is Creed 2, which I cannot wait for, because Creed 1
was the best movie of that year.
No, it wasn't, but I loved it.
It was the best movie of that year. Isn't that what you said? I thought
No,
you said
it was
the
the
best
most
movie of the year.
fun I had in the theater all year.
What was the movie that took its
Ryan
spot? Because I'm
Coogler's
pretty
was
sure that after you first saw it, you said it was the best movie of the year.
No, I said it was the most I've enjoyed watching a movie this year in terms of
you don't talk like that.
Theater
That's
experience.
not the way that you speak. You don't say, "Oh, hey, Jason, Creed was the movie that I enjoyed the most this year." You said it was the best movie of the year. I defy you
No,
to
did do
prove
that
me
for
wrong.
Disaster Artist: The Shape of Water.
Well, The Shape of Water is the best movie of last year.
Officially confirmed.
Yeah, officially confirmed
Well,
according to the Academy of Motion Pictures.
Mad Max Fury Road is obviously the best movie of that year.
Oh yeah, okay.
2015.
I don't remember when that movie came out, so.
No, but Creed was fucking amazing.
Ryan Coogler's not directing the new one, but he is writing.
Dude, I love the Rocky movies so much. Like, even Rocky 5, I'm like,
My uncle's a huge Rocky fan, so I'm most likely gonna go with him to watch this.
Sorry.
Nice.
It's okay.
Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Wreck-It Ralph 2, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
I love the first one.
First one's pretty awesome.
I'm hoping the second one is good, but apparently, from what I heard, all people are comparing it to the Emoji Movie.
Oh.
Internet-wise.
Oh.
So there's like, they probably think, oh no, this is gonna be bad, but in reality, we all know it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, it should be pretty amazing.
Also, I like
love
the
the
little
first one.
poster for it because it looks like an app.
Oh, okay.
Wreck-It Ralph 2 looks like the notification.
Oh, okay.
Well, they just bamboozled me. There's a whole video, and it was like the IMDb page, but it's actually a video. And Ralph broke it.
Oh no! Did he break it or did he wreck it? I'm getting confused now.
Break it, Ralph.
Break it, Ralph.
What about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? The animated Miles Morales movie.
It's Miles Morales movie?
Yeah.
The animation looks
animated,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
The movie itself probably won't be cool.
Is Donald Glover gonna play his uncle?
No, that's
Probably
Homecoming.
not.
That's live action.
Yeah, I know that there's. I know that it's an animated feature, but it's not like connected to the
No, it's
movies.
No, it's not connected.
Oh,
They said it's written
Or at
by
least I don't
Steve
believe
Ditko.
so.
well, I'm sure he gets a writing credit. Well, that's weird that he would get a writing credit on it.
It says writing credits with Stanley because they both created Spider-Man.
I guess.
Oh, Phil Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a little more hope for it. Is Phil Lord is
Yeah, those
part
guys
of it?
are talented. I mean, they're not directing it, but dude, the animation looks fucking stunning.
The animation looks amazing
Mm.
as an animation major,
Yeah.
but what it comes down to is the story
Mm.
itself. Because even then, Into the Spider-Verse, I just want to see how they play it out.
Yeah, is it going to be like the
most-
Spider-Verse comic book storyline?
Most
Or is it
likely
going to be...
no.
Hopefully not. 'cause
probably
that
not.
wasn't very good.
It's just a catchy term to use, Spider-Verse.
Yeah, because they're gonna have Peter Parker, right?
Well, he's
I'm
gonna be in
assuming.
it.
Yeah, but it probably won't be. It's not gonna be all about him.
No.
But I'm probably just gonna go watch it just to see the animation. Of it.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fine. I'm more excited about that than I am Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
That's true.
But that I think comes out on the same day as Aquaman.
It comes out the week before Aquaman.
Oh, it does? Well, Aquaman comes out after that then.
Aquaman and Bumblebee come out the same day.
Dude, I cannot wait for Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because James Wan is doing it.
Oh.
You know he actually cares.
Mhm.
You know he's really gonna.
I read that they're doing test screenings, and the audiences have been receiving it well.
Yeah,
Okay.
but this is the same franchise where they said that Batman v Superman got a standing ovation, and they also said they were worried because it would be too smart for regular audiences.
Well, at the same time, they could have also just gone comic book fans
Yeah.
instead of the general public.
Mhm.
So that's more of a biased opinion.
Yeah, and also probably a lot of comic book fans are going to find ways to weasel their ways into screenings like that anyways, so...
But, dude, Aquaman, though, I mean, he's supposed to have a more comic book accurate costume.
Mm.
It's supposed to be more...
Gold, orange.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, like, more classic comic booky, like, swashbuckling type.
When I
Okay.
heard
film.
that James
Nice.
Wan was directing it, I immediately got hyped.
Yeah.
Dude, it's gonna be so good. James Wan is so unbelievably talented. And
Yeah.
honestly,
You got the
like,
boy Willem Dafoe in here.
yeah.
Dolph Lundgren, Patrick Wilson as Ocean Master.
And it's got Black Manta in it, dude. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, it's an Aquaman movie.
No, I know,
Would you
but
expect him to just fight a giant squid.
Maybe Ocean Master, because sometimes they like to save the big villain for the second one.
Yeah.
Which
they might be doing themselves a favor and only planning on doing one Aquaman movie.
Just
oh,
in case.
dude, Jeff Johns writing credit.
Oh yeah.
Story by him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love his run of Aquaman. Or the ones that he did.
New 52.
Yeah.
Oh, it was brilliant.
Yeah, the Trench. Some good shit.
The others.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's safe to say I will be going to see that on that day and not Bumblebee.
I don't know,
But-
Bumblebee does have John Cena in it.
I actually want to see Bumblebee the movie because it's directed by the guy who did Kubo and the Two Strings, and I just want to see a Transformers movie not directed by an insane coke addict.
Okay. Can I read the plot?
I'm sorry, Michael Bay. It's only funny because you have explosions in your movies.
I mean, that is the worst thing that anybody's ever said about him, even when Megan Fox called him a Nazi.
That's true.
Alright, so this is the plot summary for Bumblebee. On the run in the year 1987, Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small Californian beach town. Charlie, on the cusp of turning 18 and trying to find her place in the world, discovers Bumblebee, vital scarred and broken. And they have a picture and he's a bug. Like the card.
Oh, hey, awesome.
Like an insect, a bug.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, Charlie is played by John Cena then?
Charlie's a female.
Charlie is played by John Cena then?
Yes.
He's
I'm
Burns.
I'm assuming that John Cena might be her dad in a way.
No, he's an agent of Sector 7.
Oh,
So he's going to be hunting Bumblebee, but I'm sure he's going to...
Bumblebee's
learn to
never
like him.
Fall in love with him.
Bumblebee's not gonna see him
John Cena
coming.
fucks a car.
Whoa! All right. I'm just going to... buy my
R-rated
tickets
horror
now.
movie. I'm in, dude.
So it's basically it's Herbie fully loaded, but
He
Herbie can transform.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you got a guy you can't see. So Bumblebee's gonna have a hard time doing that.
Yeah, that should be cool.
After that, it's Mary Poppins Returns.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep's in it.
I thought she got caught in a jet engine.
No, that's in the Simpsons canon. This is in the official Disney canon.
This is official Disney canon. It's not like a fucking like biopic about the people that made Mary Poppins or something.
It's a sequel to Mary Poppins with Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins.
Ah.
Okay, there's a part in the trailer.
Isn't Julie Andrews still alive?
Oh, Colin Firth is in it
Dude,
too.
there's a part in the trailer. It's actually kind of sinister
Yeah.
because like the storm is coming,
Right.
and then they like Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it.
Oh yeah, it's like really dark for some
Yeah,
reason.
and he's got the kite,
Well,
and then
I think the book was originally like relatively dark.
Oh, that
but she
makes
comes
sense.
through the clouds, and it looks like a
Oh, okay,
horror
so
movie.
this
Yeah.
this makes sense because of the dark clouds. The first two words in this plot summary by Disney is in a Depression era London.
Oh, okay.
So it makes sense why it looks scary.
No, but then there's a part where she's like looking in the mirror, and then she like turns, but her reflection keeps looking forward, and
Yeah.
then she like looks out, and I'm like, okay, that's really fucking
Oh, dude,
sinister.
this
What?
movie's
Have you
really
seen Mary Poppins?
No, I have, but it's just
Okay.
in this context where like it's building it up like a horror movie, and then she's like staring. Okay, so you basically have this supernatural nanny that's just gonna take over your life.
Is there like a slowed down, creepy sounding version of Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious playing in the background?
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. And Emily Blunt comes
The
out.
mirror breaks.
Yeah.
And the same day as that is the Bohemian Rhapsody we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
And Mike Myers is in it. A chronicle of the years leading up to Queen's legendary appearance at the Live Aid 1985 concert in 1985.
I gotta be honest. I have zero interest in this.
Really?
The poster,
Well-
the picture of him as Freddie Mercury looks pretty good though.
Well, okay.
Oh wow. Yeah.
I shouldn't say zero interest, but my interest is just not there for the most part because.
Well, I like Queen, so I'm gonna watch it no matter what.
But it was supposed to be Sacha Baron Cohen as
Right.
Freddie Mercury, and it was supposed to be like
That would be interesting.
It was supposed to be
Yeah,
R-rated.
It'd be incredible.
Supposed to be
He's
an
good at
R-rated
getting-
horror movie.
Yeah.
R-rated
but-
horror movie.
No,
Bohemian
but
Rhapsody.
it was
damn
supposed
it.
to be R-rated, and it was supposed to be about like his actual life of
Yeah.
like fucking partying hard and all like the drugs and all that, but they wouldn't let him do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, that sounds way better than some
Autobiography.
glossy
Yeah.
autobiography kind of,
Oh,
or
it's
biography.
too bad. See, now it's like when Edgar Wright didn't get his version of
Oh,
Ant-Man to come out.
director's
Like,
Bryan Singer.
Well, he got kicked off, and now it's Dexter
Oh, that's right.
Fletcher.
that's that new character in Last Jedi, right?
Yeah, he's a
Well,
descendant.
now I'm kind of. Oh yeah, right here part of the trivia mentions Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mm.
Oh man, now I'm kind of disappointed because he's really good at getting to character.
Yeah, I feel like he would have crushed it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's like what I said. You can't watch Ant-Man without thinking what Edgar Wright would have done
Yeah.
with it. You can't watch this without thinking what Sacha Baron Cohen would have been like in
Yeah.
this. So But that's the last thing because that comes out.
But also, one of the other problems was that the guitarist and the drummer, I felt like Cohen was too much of a comedian actor, and he wouldn't get the drama aspect of it right.
He's a great actor.
But he's an actor in the end of it.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's talented enough that he could have. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't really know. I don't think I've ever seen him do anything dramatic. But and oftentimes you'll see that comedians and comedic actors, because they can understand comedy, which is more complex than people think.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, exactly. Robin Williams. I mean, Jim Carrey has done some more serious stuff.
Yeah,
Eternal Sunshine is pretty good. Like
Man on the Moon.
Well, even
Number 23.
I mean, that's insanity.
Or
but
23.
yeah, and even some of the parts of Truman Show are he's got some he's got some really visceral drama in him that he can bring to parts.
Even shit like Bruce Almighty, it gets really he actually acts in that movie.
Yeah, right, exactly. He's more than just a comedian doing impressions and stuff like that. So I mean, not that every single comedian or comedic actor can do stuff like that, but we know that because I feel like if you can pull off comedy, you can pull off drama if you try. And Sacha Baron Cohen's pretty brilliant.
Even if you see Ben Stiller in The Secret Life of Walter Mitty, he's not a comedic.
Oh, I love that movie.
Oh yeah, that's a good movie.
I'm not going to get into it, but that movie means more to me than you guys will ever know. I love that movie.
I saw the trailer for it. I didn't care much for it. Then I saw the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sad I didn't care for it before. I ended up loving it.
I love that movie.
You're just so shamed.
Yeah, I was so shamed. It was like, I should have gave this movie more attention.
Just whipping yourself on the back with your belt.
That's funny because my friend
In the
Slade,
theater.
my friend Slade, who I previously mentioned, he kept telling me to watch the movie.
Yeah.
And I thought he had watched it before. He was recommending it. And it turns out he goes, "Oh no, I've never seen it. I just wanted you to watch it." I was like, "What?"
Well, he wanted you to be the guinea pig to tell him.
Yeah,
if it was any good.
he's like, "Oh yeah, I didn't think you were gonna watch it." But he's like, "Is it good?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's good." He goes, "Okay, I'll watch it then."
You're like, "What do you mean? Is it good? I thought you've seen it."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no, I just kept saying for you to watch it. I want to see if it worked." I'm like, "Well, it did," and I watched it, and it's amazing.
And now he knows how to pull your strings.
I know. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but he watched it and he also loved it.
Nice. I think that pretty much covers it.
Yeah, there's not much unless you want to count Zero.
No, that is, but
It's a romance sci-fi.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Does it also have Emily Blunt? Because I feel like 9 movies we mentioned this episode.
It does have The Rock.
Is it really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you got me.
Got you.
Yeah, got me.
Yeah, then it just starts going into 2019.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers it then. And I think, how long have we been doing this?
Dude, it's been 2 days.
Yeah.
It's true. We started at 11. Now
I probably should have opened the shop at some point.
Yeah, it's 12:45 at night now.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to go to work in the morning.
Dude, I'm supposed to be at work at 10 in the morning tomorrow.
I'm supposed to be at work I'm supposed to go at 10:30. I'm gonna end up going there at 10.
And we lose an hour.
Oh yeah, God.
Oh
damn.
shit!
Yeah,
God
we're springing forward in an hour and a half.
Son of a bitch.
Like 2 a.m. No.
Yeah, something like that.
I mean 3 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Oh, that's okay. It was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for coming back on.
No problem. I'll see you guys in another 50 episodes.
No, you will be back on for sure.
We'll bring you on for the 50th anniversary of Pop Talks.
50th anniversary. Hey, you guys remember from those two episodes of season 1? That's right. We're doing seasons now.
Well, thank you though for coming back on.
No problem.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being back, and I hope to be back more.
You will for sure.
And I hope to be back working here more.
I mean, it'd be great.
I am on
Love to have you.
standby at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everybody for listening, and we're good.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Shout out to my mom. It's her birthday today.
Oh,
I know she's not listening to this, but happy birthday.
Well, yeah.
she's at least not listening this far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you maybe could have done that at the beginning and saved her some time.
Love you, Mom.
Any other witticisms you want to throw out, Jason, or
What?
you're gonna save those for the next one?
I don't have any witticisms.
I have one
I'm
last question.
just natch like this.
Why would you want to be an octopus?
Oh, I actually
Hentai.
that's actually a really weird arrival. Octopi terrify me, dude. Or octopodes, I think, is the plural. They're terrifying beasts. Like, they live in the ocean. They're crazy smart. They can solve puzzles. They can get out of their tanks.
They camouflage.
Yeah, they camouflage. They can fit through any opening that's bigger than their eyeball. Like, their eyeball's the only thing that needs to be able to fit through an opening for them to be able to pass through it. And
What the fuck, really?
yeah. And so yeah, they're just like these creepy monsters that have been living at the bottom of the ocean for however long, and that terrifies me that they're gonna take over the planet one day. Because yeah, they're smarter than they ought to be. They got more arms than they should have.
Could you imagine like swimming and then like you look and a fucking octopus has your arm?
Yeah,
Like
an octopus of just about any size. I mean, maybe not like a tiny one that's the size of like a teacup, but
Yeah.
Anything bigger than a teacup octopus it's a creepy animal. And so because of that, I feel like I should become the thing I fear.
So you can conquer your fear.
Yes,
So
exactly.
you're like Bruce Wayne.
Who?
You're like Bruce Wayne.
Octopus man.
Yeah.
Octai.
Instead of Alfred, it's me. Like I'm
What?
helping you out, like as you're making all your octopus gadgets, and I'm like, why octopuses, Master Cox? Master Cox.
Master Cox.
Master Cox. And you're like,
Stop asking me questions and make me a latex outfit, Andy.
I could be your sidekick, Squid.
Squid.
octopus scare me. It's time my enemies share my dread.
They're driving with the window cracked, and your head just comes in. So fuckers, justice is served.
Do I need to be like bit by a radioactive octopus? That's fine.
Radioactive ink.
Yeah,
You
radioactive.
covered it as a child.
Yeah.
But they get cancer in like 5 to 10 years.
Oh yeah.
It's not like it
it's something
doesn't
where I
melt.
have to do it right away because I've been diagnosed with
He
like.
tells him it's a
terminal
long
cancer.
con.
No, it's not you. It's like radioactive.
Oh, it gives
on
them cancer.
Yeah, but it's like in like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So like if they're like robbing a store, you're just like, and you're like,
Like,
justice will
you
be
serve
served.
them, and you ink them. They get arrested. You go see you at your funeral in 15 years.
Depending on your metabolism.
Right. The arc of
Average.
justice is long.
Yeah, I hope you like having healthy bones right now, because in about 10 years they're gonna be
You're gonna learn your lesson,
filled with cancer.
and then you just go into like a sewer grate, and squeeze right through,
Yes.
and that's called a follow up, and that's how writing and comedy works.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice callback.
on that note,
Yeah.
we should end
It's a
this.
decent note.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, and we will see you next time.
Bye.